Hey, is that folk music that you play there? What is that? How do you call that folk music?
I think it was Studs Terkel who asked Big Bill Brunzi, did he consider his blues music to be folk music? And Big Bill says, well, never heard no horse.
Don't hesitate. It could be your ticket to a new tomorrow.
Oh, once I was a gypsy girl, but now I'm a rich man's bride, with servants to wait on me while in my carriage ride, while in my carriage ride, while in my carriage ride, with servants to wait on me while in my carriage ride. One day I was walking down the London street. A handsome young squire was the first I chanced to meet. He viewed my pretty brown cheeks, which now he loved so well, and he said, my little gypsy girl, will you my fortune tell? Will you my fortune tell? Will you my fortune tell? And he said, my little gypsy girl, will you my fortune tell? Oh yes, sir, oh kind sir, please hold to me your hand. You've many a fortune in many a distant land, and all those pretty young girls, just cast them all aside, for I am the gypsy girl who is to be your bride, who is to be your bride, who is to be your bride. Yes, I am the gypsy girl who is to be your bride. He took me and he led me to a far and distant shore, with servants to wait on me and open my own door, and open my own door, and open my own door, with servants to wait on me and open my own door.
All right. The show is Horses Sing None of It. My name is Ralph Litwin. And those of you watching on your TV may be saying to yourself, those voices sound so familiar. And it might be because you heard them in the movie, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Where they sang, I'll Fly Away.
That's right.
They also played at the very first Newport Folk Festival, and in the first production of Woody Guthrie's Bound for Glory. The Kossoy sisters, Irene,
Ellen.
Ellen, they're twins. Irene and Ellen. Nice to have you on the show.
Well, thanks. It's fun to be here.
So tell us about the song you just sang. What's the tradition behind that?
It's a Southern Mountain song, and I can't even remember where we learned it. I think we first heard this sung by Harry and Jeannie West, who used to live in New York, and I think were they from West Virginia?
I don't even remember where they were from.
But
We knew them in New York.
So you're stopping through New Jersey on your way to play at a folk festival in Pennsylvania.
Right.
Mhm.
And we just happened to be lucky enough to schedule you in on your route.
That's right. Yeah.
So welcome and thanks for coming to share your music.
Well, yeah, it's fun.
What else would you like to share with us?
Let's see. You want to do Poor Ellen Smith?
Sure. I have to
Okay.
retune a little bit, though.
We'll do another Southern Mountain song. This one is called Poor Ellen Smith, and in the old days, news got around by word of mouth mostly, and a lot of people didn't read in the Southern Mountains, and
So people would make up songs and about current events. And just like today, people love to hear about murders and stuff like that. And so this is a murder ballad called...
For some reason, they always seem to have cheery tunes.
Right. But people love the little gory details, and this one, it's a little unclear whether he actually was the murderer or not. And anyway, it's called Poor Ellen Smith.
Good gory tale.
And good and cheery, though. Isn't it a good, cheery tune?
Yeah, it's a good one. I don't think I've ever heard that one before.
That was on our original CD, which we recorded. Well, it wasn't a CD. It was a vinyl record, which we recorded in 1956. We were still in high school, and that and a whole bunch of murder ballads were on it, and and also "I'll Fly Away," and we never really thought about how many murder ballads were on this thing, or how cheerful they all were, until the record was reissued as a CD in 1997. And the guy who wrote the liner notes was talking about all the bright and cheery songs, you know, that had the goriest words to them. And so anyway, that's... we did a whole bunch of murder ballads on that CD. On that
Sounds
record.
like something some teenage girls would do.
Yeah. Well, there's something, I guess, that just appeals to everybody. I mean, it's a subject that's fascinating. I don't know, I shouldn't say appealing, but certainly fascinating.
Yep. So how did you girls first get interested in music?
We've always sung ever since we were old enough to talk. And I think our mother and sister used to sing together a lot.
Or mother and her sister.
Our mother and her sister, yeah. And I guess we used to hear them singing all the time, and we'd sing with them. And they didn't sing traditional songs, they did mostly songs from the 20s and 30s and a lot of music hall songs. And so we started singing along with them, and I guess we were about 8 years old when we discovered that we could figure out how to harmonize them.
Mm-hmm.
And we were so excited, we just couldn't, we were singing everything we could come across. So I guess we were about 15 before we finally started hearing traditional music, and it just fit so well with the kind of singing that we were doing that we really got into it.
Cool. Well, your voices do blend beautifully.
Yeah, I guess it's that twinship thing.
The similar DNA.
Yes.
So what else would you like to play for us?
Well, we've also written some songs, and we thought we would do a couple of those tonight. One of them is,
Retune.
oh yeah, you have to retune for this one. I'll talk while you tune.
Okay.
Our mother lived in a retirement community in Florida. She was in her probably close to 89 at the time. And she told us one day on the phone that she had met this man who she really liked there, and they got to be really good friends, and turned out that Sam was 102 years old. And it was just really funny. I mean, we just enjoyed it, and realized that I guess you're just never too old to, I mean, I don't know that they were romantically interested in each other, but still, I mean, just the fact that she kind of had this new man in her life. And so this song is kind of about that. It's called An Old Love Song, and unfortunately neither of them lived to hear it, but our mother is probably, she would probably be either clicking her tongue or, you know, or either that or she'd find it funny. We're not sure which.
They're listening in that great music hall in the sky.
That's right. It goes like this. Got you in tune? We're sitting on a park bench. Weather's finally dry, feeding pigeons and squirrels as the world passes by. Your wrinkled face so close to mine, it sends a current through me. I can hardly keep my hands off you, you sure do something to me. Oh, your milky eyes send me into ecstasy, and your double chins, they wiggle so seductively. On your liver spots I'll nibble, and I'll try not to dribble, but my teeth are not as tight as they ought to be. Bran flakes are on special, dear, at Safeway this week. Cottage cheese, chicken soup, and also cream of wheat. Grab your shopping cart and coupons and we'll go without fail. Your eyes, they really sparkle when you find these things on sale. Oh, your milky eyes send me into ecstasy, and your double chins, they wiggle so seductively. On your liver spots I'll nibble, and I'll try not to dribble, but my teeth are not as tight as they ought to be. We'll toddle to the diner, love, let me take you by the wrist. The early bird special is too good to resist. I'll hold my glass of prune juice high and drink a little toast to my pretty little blue-haired gal, the one I love the most. After dinner in your living room, in front of your TV, we'll watch Wheel of Fortune and
dribble, but my teeth are not as tight as they ought to be. On your liver spots I'll nibble, and I'll try not to dribble, but my teeth are not as tight as they ought to be.
Right. Very amusing. Very nice. We should tell folks how they can get in touch with you through email.
Okay.
And that's, if I can read it on the screen, you'll have
Yep.
to tell me.
Kossoysis, Kossoysis, at earthlink.net.
And your website is www.kossoysisters.com.
That's right.
That's correct.
And that will scroll at the end of the program before the credits.
Good.
Okay.
Is there anything you'd like people to know about?
Well, we have, besides this original recording that we made, which is on a CD, we also have a newer CD. It took us about 44 years to get around to doing the second one. But we did that a couple of years ago, and that's also available through our website.
Mm-hmm. And the song that we just sang is on it, the Old Love Song.
So,
And we wrote another song, I guess more recently, so this one we wrote after we had recorded.
so
The
this
CD.
one hasn't been recorded yet.
But we live in Somerville, Massachusetts, and it's kind of like considered sort of the poor man's Cambridge, Massachusetts, because it's right next to Cambridge, and it's where people always moved when they couldn't afford to live in Cambridge, although that's changing somewhat now as it's getting a little more upscale. But anyway, every week we like to buy the Somerville Journal and see what's happening in the town, and especially turn to the police blotter, because every once in a while there'll be something on it
It was
that's...
just totally outrageous.
And this was one article that really caught our fancy, and we decided we had to write a song about it. And we did take some liberties with it, so it's not quite, the song is not quite the way things happened. I mean, there are a few things that are a little different, but...
Poetic
embellished it a
license.
bit.
Poetic license, yes,
Yeah.
but the situation is basically what you hear in the song. So let's see, let's find a good key in it. You have to a little higher. That's going to be too high again. Okay. 'Twas in the town of Somerville, a town you all know well, in the state of Massachusetts, the truth to you I'll tell. It's of a poor young woman on a day with sleet and snow. She went to the market basket, a shopping for to go. She got herself a shopping cart and went to aisle 3. She filled her cart with coffee, non-dairy creamer and tea. Pizzas, waffles, and ice cream she found at aisle 4. Then she went to aisle 5 and filled her cart with more. Cheerios and Wheaties from a high shelf she did pull. She got a few more items, and then her cart was full. She wheeled the cart to the front of the store and got in the checkout line. She was in such a hurry that she didn't read the sign. The checkout lady said to her, "You can't have more than 9. You see, this is the express lane. Please go to another line." That poor young woman did protest. The lines, they are so long. I'm really in a hurry, and I must be getting home. The checkout lady shrugged and said, "I'm afraid that will not do. The other people in this line are in a hurry too. I will not move," the woman vowed. "I've waited long enough." She flew into a murderous rage and started throwing stuff. She grabbed the non-dairy creamer and whopped her in the head. She hit her with hard candies and swung a loaf of bread.
The other people in the line, they tried to calm her down, but she was having none of it. She was too tightly wound. From down the line a can of Spam went sailing through the air. Some olive oil hit the floor and splattered everywhere. Another shopper in the store flung a frozen lemon pie. The checkout girl didn't duck in time, and it hit her in the eye. A woman screamed, "You animals, you should be on a farm," just as a flying chicken came and hit her on the arm. The manager stood still in shock, covered in cottage cheese. He wiped his hands and face, and then he dialed the police. The police cars roared down Somerville Ave, their sirens blaring loud. The officers rushed in the store and tried to calm the crowd. The woman who began it all was cuffed and carted away. Assault with a deadly weapon she was charged with on that day. So come all ye fair young ladies, when you're shopping take the time to count up all your items before you get in line. Remember this poor woman who inspired this woeful tale. For creaming of a checkout girl, she languishes in jail.
Yay!
True story.
True story, except it's really 12 items you're allowed to have. But it didn't rhyme. 9 rhymed better, so.
12 is a difficult rhyme,
That's right.
but we understand the situation
Yes.
well.
Yeah, I think it's something everyone can relate to.
Everybody hasn't witnessed such a melee, though.
No,
No,
it's-
but everybody's felt like it.
Yes. Good, that's great. That I should mention is the song that you did at the Northeast Regional Folk Alliance
Right.
convention where Sandy and I saw you, and we
That's
said
right.
we have to have those ladies come to the studio and do that song. Wonderfully done.
Well, thank you.
So we have about 4.5 minutes to fill up before we have to say goodbye to you.
Okay.
Okay.
So we want to thank
Well-
you for coming to share your music, and time has flown because we were having
Yes.
fun.
Yes.
It has.
Shall we do our little jam session number?
Sure.
Sure.
Sounds good. Let's see. Do you have to tune? Yes, you do.
Yeah, I do.
We can
All
give
right,
your
hopefully we won't spend the 4 minutes tuning. But
we can give your email address again once while the tuning is taking place. The address is kossoysis@earthlink.net.
That's it.
KOSSOYSIS@earthlink.net.
Sounds good. Okay. Do you want to play harmonica on this?
Yeah,
That'd be great.
thank you.
Okay. This is called Little Birdie, and this one was also on that original recording that we did, also a Southern Mountain tune.